electrified, we're not making much of gains really at the end of the day. So that's just
okay. What about in this mix now? We have the CNG question comes in, or discussion comes into play, because I know some of the arguments, apart from trying to cut down on fuel usage, which the federal government was campaigning vigorously on, everybody convert a car to CNG. I think apart from that, they also mentioned that we're trying to protect our environment and all.
Yes.
So where do you, in your own ranking of all this, electric, petroleum, where do you put CNG?
Okay, so context matters.
Okay.
Nigeria is a gas nation. We have about the 5th largest deposit of natural gas in the world. We have the highest natural gas deposit in Africa. The country next to us in Africa doesn't have up to 1/10 of what we have. And when we talk about the top 5 that we have in the world, the top 5 countries which Nigeria belongs controls about 60 to 80% of the natural gas deposit in the world, which is a lot. We have more. We have almost 10 times more petrol than we natural gas than we have crude oil. So we don't even have the amount of crude oil that we have in natural gas. So why have we not been using natural gas? Yes, for vehicles, CNG. You see, using natural gas for vehicle is a microcosm of what natural gas can and should be used for. When you go abroad, people cook in their homes. They tell you they pay for gas to cook in the home, right? They pay for gas for heating. They pay for gas to cook in the homes. It's natural gas. It's not our LPG. It's not the cooking gas we use here. They have piped natural gas the same way electricity runs around the house, runs around the streets where people pick from on the lines. Natural gas pipelines are everywhere over there. It's part of the city plan. We should be cooking with natural gas in Nigeria for starters. We're not even cooking with it. So our usage at the moment puts it that if all the vehicles in Nigeria, which is about 16 million, start running on natural gas today, we have about 100 years to run out of it. And we're not even using that much. So natural gas is something we should have been using for a very, very long time. But we are coming to it not too late, later than we should have. So the question of whether natural gas should be an alternative energy source in Nigeria is pretty much settled. We have it in abundance. What else would we be doing with it if we're not using it? That's number one. Number two, now for mobility, that is application in vehicles. Again, like I said about electric vehicles, we need to deploy it more into mass transit. That way we are making significant impact. Number one, it's going to cut down on the cost of movement because natural gas is actually cheaper. It will interest you that in the US, those yellow school buses you're seeing, a lot of their waste disposal trucks and the rest, they run on CNG. They're not making noise about it because it just makes sense and they have been doing it for a long time. A lot of school buses in a lot of states in America run on CNG, natural gas. So it's not a big deal. It's not something that we need. You know, we are announcing it as if it's something grand. And it's not. It's natural gas is just something that is being used all over the world normally. You go to Poland, you go to Italy, you go to Germany, you go to Belgium, you go to Latvia, Czech Republic, you go to China, you go to... These guys have been using natural gas for so long. Why are we making so much noise about it now? So is it usable in transportation? Yes. Is it sustainable? Yes. Does it have impact? Absolutely.
What of the risk attached? Because that was one of the campaigns that were going against it, that this gas, it can explode.
Yes. You see, there is risk attached to the use of anything, petrol inclusive.
Definitely.
We are hearing of petrol tanker fire all over the place. It has happened in Nigeria, at least in the last 12 months, more than 6 times. But we still keep using petrol. We have only had one natural gas explosion in Nigeria between 1999 and today. One. The one that happened in Benin. And we know why it happened. It happened because somebody chose to go and fabricate something that looks like a gas cylinder that wasn't a gas cylinder and tried to fill gas into it under high pressure. That was not a failure of the natural gas ecosystem. It just meant that somebody dropped the ball they were supposed to have inspected that vehicle for its suitability for refilling natural gas before they did, and that they failed on. And now I know that the company involved has put measures in place now to say, open, let's see the cylinder you have in there. Where is the certificate for this cylinder? Each cylinder has a certificate. And the certificate is supposed to be revalidated every 6 years to do a water test again to know whether it can still hold the pressure as it should. So if these measures are put in place, we will enjoy it. Now, natural gas is less flammable than petrol. So if you release natural gas in here, if the concentration is not exactly a certain percentage to air, it will never burn. Petrol, it doesn't matter the concentration, it will burn. Diesel will burn as well. So it is safer, I dare say, because I've been running. Okay, so between 2009 and about 2014, I was driving an LPG powered vehicle around the city. Nobody knew. I didn't make noise about it to anybody. There was no refilling facility in Ibadan until they installed one at Idiakwe. But at that time, I refilled mostly in Lagos. Somewhere in Alakpere, there was a popular gas station there. I just refilled into my car. I have pictorial evidences of these that I've used in this city for that long and nobody knew about it. It's not new technology, it's always been there. So I have used CNG now in my personal vehicle that I installed it on. This should be almost running to the third year. And I'm not complaining. There's a sticker on my car that says it's CNG powered. And that's for the purpose of identification because it is regulation. And I see a lot of people doing it right now. It is wrong. It is absolutely wrong for you to run a CNG powered vehicle and not put a CNG sticker on it. It's just wrong. Because it's important to be able to identify you as a CNG vehicle user. Why is it important? For safety, for security. Why? If your vehicle is in an accident today and the FRSC guys or fire service want to come and rescue you from that vehicle, there are certain equipments they cannot use on your vehicle if it runs on natural gas. But you haven't identified it for them. You're putting their lives at risk as much as you're putting yours at risk. The same thing happens. You will not see an electric vehicle that they did not put in signal on it to tell you that it's either electric vehicle, hybrid, and the rest. There are certain lines that run through hybrid vehicles that the law enforcement and the accident and rescue agencies know that, we can't use a jackhammer on this one here. We have to carefully find a way to get this person. We have to shut down this system. Because there's a safety fuse, for example, for electric vehicles that once you pull that thing out, the electrification in the system is gone completely. All you have is the battery pack. So they know how to deal with it. So if you use a CNG powered vehicle, they will know that, running inside or under this car is a high pressure pipe that is carrying the gas. So they can quickly go into the boot or wherever your tank is and shut down the valve. Once they shut down the valve, they know that the tank is now isolated. In the line, there isn't natural gas anymore. They can cut through whatever it is they want to cut through. So for safety reasons, it is important you identify properly as this is a CNG powered vehicle.
I never knew that conversation on CNG is actually necessary. But then I've just learned a whole lot now.
Because I've seen a lot of people debadge their vehicles. Every conversion center is under obligations to put the sticker on the vehicle. That's a CNG powered vehicle. But I've seen a lot of people taking those stickers off.
I think because they don't know. Because you see, when purpose is not known, like someone said, abuse is inevitable.
Yes.
I'm so sure that most of the CNG stations putting the sticker, they may not even know the reason why they are putting it.
Well, it's possible.
They may just they ask us to put it.
They ask us to put it, yes.
So that's why are you defacing my car?
Yes.
Why are you putting this thing on my car?
Yes.
For someone like me, I don't like stickers on my car.
Yes.
If you see any sticker on my car, it's either of my office or somewhere that I cannot refuse.
Yes.
So if I see anyone putting any sticker, I want to remove it too.
Yes.
So if I don't know that this is actually for my own safety, I might feel like I don't want it on my car. I want to remove it too. So I think that's enlightenment.
We need to do that.
But then that brings another question to, because someone like you that knows this much, I would have expected that the federal government or whichever agency of the government is in charge should actually spotlight people like you who can explain. Well, recently we had a campaign from the federal government and they used Ola of Lagos, Two-Face, they took them to Dubai to go and see CNG, whatever, and there was a lot of uproar on the social media that, wait till Ola of Lagos won't tell me about CNG car. Is Ola an engineer? Is he a certified expert that will tell us that this thing is fit for purpose or this thing is good enough or is safe for us to use? And that is just another Nigerian factor. But then let me take you somewhere.
Is that wrong?
I don't think it's wrong, but then it could have been a mix.
But what was the purpose?
Okay.
Because I think that's the first thing we should query. What was the purpose for which, in the first place, that trip was organized? Perhaps to provide some level of exposure and get attention for people to start talking about it.
Okay.
You guys are in the media and PR, I'm just a mechanic here.
No. You're a colleague.
and you know that publicity is publicity.
Yeah.
And if something gets people talking, either negative or positive, the purpose is served. So we can give a lot of uproar at this and that, but the truth is, a lot of professionals have been talking about CNG in Nigeria. Has Nigerian been listening? No, if they haven't been listening, if getting Ola and Two-Face and other people to spotlight it gets the conversation going and then allows us an opportunity to insert the professionals into the conversation or make people seek the alternative of, I don't want to listen, I want to listen to a professional. Perhaps that purpose is being met right now. So I don't fault it. Personally, I don't. I believe that there's an objective to it, and maybe that objective have been met.
You see, yes, I sincerely completely align with what you've said. But the problem with Nigeria is that there's no trust. There's no trust in the relationship between Nigerian leaders and the followers.
Yes.
So people don't really believe that what they can actually be proactive or they can actually do something.
Do you think it's between Nigerian leaders and followers or just Nigerians generally?
I think it's actually Nigerians, but then we have trust issues.
We have trust issues. We are very suspicious of ourselves, and we believe that everybody is trying to take advantage of you, so you have to be